Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. First order of business, I've got a comment for name suggestion. And not just one, 3 names. I thought of giving them to these 3 in Grisora. Fluff, Florf and Fleef. I like them. Thank you so much for the names. If you remember from the last episode, I have to fix the issue with ethanol boiling in the generators here. This is such a lazy fix, I'm not even sure if I can call this a fix. I thought, well, if I can't have them in a hot room, I will just move them to a room where I will control the temperature with a cooling loop. That way the ethanol doesn't boil. But then I have to get the CO2 and polluted water out somehow. So I just went with the door method that you will see it work later, and just drops the polluted water down, and then it boils because of the hot temperature in here, and the steam goes up. Okay, I have to fill the cooling loop now. I will just use another loop to fill this loop. Makes sense, right? And for the power cable, I built a joint plate here, and because it's a vacuum tile, it won't transfer the heat. And to open these doors, I will use timer sensor. Let's see it in action. Oh, I did not set the buffer gate. The first one should be set to 1, the second one is 4, and the last one is 7, and this filter gate is 2. Yeah, I'm not gonna explain, this is very simple, you can pause and check if you want. So the middle door opens when the last door is closed and leaves a vacuum. That stops the temperature transfer. Yep, 2 rooms are separated now. After I deconstruct these tiles and open this area back, it should be good to start boiling. I didn't stop the generators or distilleries, cause it wasn't needed. It's just a matter of switching it over to new generators. So you see this pipe of ethanol? Good, it's gonna go connect to this empty pipe and get severed there. And guess what? Some ethanol is not gonna burn, it's gonna boil instead. Yep, there they come. But I think I can guess what will happen. The ethanol will get deleted. I have 500 grams per second overflow to the top generator at 73.1 degrees Celsius. I could also build 3 more ethanol distilleries and have the second generator also run at full capacity, but I don't have enough wood and it would make a long pause for the generators. You are replacing that ignis pipe with ceramic. That wasn't needed, but yeah, the pipe with ethanol is made of ceramic, so it doesn't get heated very much in the steam room. Let's reset the timer. I want to test the doors with polluted water this time. The water dropped and the doors are closing one by one. It may need more time open to let the CO2 out as well. There should have been no polluted oxygen off gas. I just noticed the debris that I left behind. How did I fail to keep it going? I swear I swept this place before I closed it. I connected the tapetizers and any second the polluted water will boil. And you see that packet of ethanol gas? It is gonna magically disappear. How did it not cause the polluted water to off-gas? I don't know. What's the temperature of the water like? 115 degrees Celsius. Yeah, any second now. Finally. It should boil at 119 degrees, but give it 2 more degrees for the phase change. Okay, so gas overlay. We have 2 ethanol packets that will get deleted any second now. Oh, one of them just got deleted. It's just left to this one. It's not always gonna be this much steam making its way to the top. I am more worried about steam going through the door mechanism and condensing into water. It will stay on top of the polluted water and cause it to off-gas. Oh, and did you miss it? The ethanol is no more. Thinking about it now, I think I have to move the door mechanism one tile to the right, because this tile of polluted water doesn't drop down. I'll fix it in the background. The CO2 is not hot enough and it is making it difficult for the steam to rise. I can see it condensing back into water. And I have a few naphtha blobs here. It seems that naphtha is very difficult to displace. I was waiting and I got a notification for mutated seed. It is exuberant sleetweed. Excellent. This type of mutation reduces the life cycle of the plant by 75%, meaning the plant grows 4 times faster, but only consumes 50% more fertilizer. It makes the plant drop rot pile, but that's free polluted dirt. I don't know if it counts as a negative effect. Food poisoning on crop definitely is a negative though, but it's so easy to deal with. And the plant needs darkness, so the exuberant versions of bristle blossom, for example, won't require light to grow. With uprooting and replacing just half of this farm as exuberant, I can double my output. It's crazy. Back here, the steam has settled. It's not hot enough to activate the turbines, but it'll get there eventually. I noticed this polluted oxygen here. I may have a theory as to what caused this. I am deconstructing this tile to trap it up there. It should stay there nice and quiet. I think it happened because the polluted water that dropped was too little, and the steam was below 1800 grams and it caused the polluted water to off-gas. I think I need to increase the green duration a little bit. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. It's totally random. Yes, it did this time. I wanna fix that. I'd rather not have polluted oxygen in my steam room if that's possible. Another problem that occurred to me is this polluted dirt line coming from ethanol distilleries. It is too hot for my cooling loop to handle. It is struggling. Of course it would. It's such a big loop going all around the base. I think I have to split it into different loops. Okay, so don't mind the lag. Built another aqua tuner here. Just have to sever some pipes. If you are wondering how do I keep track of where each pipe is going, I must tell you I have seen worse pipe routings. Actually, I think you are more likely to understand your own pipe mess than other people's mess. But if you pause the video to actually look where each pipe is going, you are a legend. You probably spent too much time on this game. I forgot to build this segment. Damn it. It was to be expected. This loop has to be connected there and get separated like this. So one cooling loop just for the oxygen maker and ranches, and one for the rest of the base. This needs to sever from here. Yeah, I think that's all. So the flow on this one is reversed now. It goes and cools the oxygen maker and loops back. Let me increase the priority for construction of these. I don't want to stifle the plants. Okay, construction is finished. They are getting filled back with polluted water. It's better now. I can change the right loop to supercoolant later. I have built another rocket and I want to pump in some special liquid because I'm going to do something with this rocket. I want to melt the walls and diamond windows. Diamond melts at about 3927 degrees Celsius. Usually to melt something, you pump a liquid through a pipe that transfers its temperature. The material with the highest melting point you can make pipes out of is tungsten, which has a melting point of 3400 degrees. It means that the pipe would melt earlier than diamond does, but thankfully we have an easy to use liquid, which is uranium. Melts at 132, boils at 4131. At that temperature, diamond would melt too. To reach that temperature, we are gonna need to make a metal refinery. We're gonna use the refinery to heat the liquid up till it melts the steel. To power it up, I'll just use the rocket solar panel modules. I need to build this power outlet fitting and hook it up to the refinery. Done. For now I'm gonna only make steel, because that produces the most heat. I have connected the pipe to the inlet to fill the refinery. I need to melt some uranium. That's easy to do. I have moved exactly 800 kg of uranium ore, and I'm building a steel tile under it that will exchange temperature with the hot obsidian. As you can see, its temperature is going up rapidly. Any second now, it's gonna melt. There we go, it's nice and hot. Time to mop it up. By the time they come and mop this, it will be even hotter. Okay, the uranium is bottled up. Let me check that in this bottle emptier. I want to pour it down here. Number 30 is delivering a bottle. Let's tag along. Good job, sir. Was it not hot enough that it solidified? Oh no, never mind, it's gone. Well, the pump is like 500 degrees Celsius, so of course it's gonna take damage, but I'll disable the auto repair and use the pump while it lasts. The uranium is about 400 degrees Celsius. It's colder than what I like, but meh, it's fine. 200 kg just got pumped, another 200 and we should be able to run the refinery. You can see the least amount of coolant it needs to run is 400 kg. Rising Star has got the next one. I believe in you, don't drop it, please. And that should be it. I will still fill the refinery with 800 kg that I melted, but it should be good to operate. Refined carbon, lime, iron, uranium, all loaded, waiting for a dupe to come. Okay, so I missed the first batch. Uranium still way too cold. Oh, here comes the extra uranium. 2 cycles later, just 200 degrees Celsius increase in temperature. Something tells me this will take so long. I think 1 radiant pipe isn't enough, cause the diamond is way cooler than uranium. That's better. I also built a notifier thingy to let me know when the temperature passes a limit. Now I can take my attention somewhere else, like the power issue, for example. I want to build a geothermal power plant. Also, I want to use this volcano. For now, enjoy the time lapse while the rocket is getting hot. There are 2 volcanoes here that I will use to power a petroleum boiler later. I got a notification pop-up telling me it is time. Oh well, I may have set it too early because the steel is 250 degrees away from melting, so the uranium was 2200 degrees. That's why I got the notification, but the steel wasn't. Okay, wow. Sorry, I didn't expect it to melt. I went to check something and when I came back it was already melted. But I will definitely take footage of diamond melting, I promise. I have to make preparation for melting diamond though. So I removed the pipes and everything and changed the pipes. Let me show you. Oh, let me fix that. It just loops back to the refinery. The uranium is now 3600 degrees and I want to heat it up to about 4100 degrees Celsius. Let me queue up a couple of steel. Each batch increases the temp by 138 degrees Celsius. It has to go higher than the melting point of diamond. The uranium will lose a bit of heat to the ceramic piping, but it's small amount, so not a big deal. Also, I am building something to possibly catch some melted diamond. I think it is liquid carbon. I have heated the uranium up to 4000 degrees Celsius. It's getting close to its boiling point. I want to heat it a little bit more. The least heat produced is for gold. I don't want that. Copper looks better. We are close. I have to wait for 2 more copper batches, but you don't have to wait. Finally, we are set. I ordered the refinery to be emptied of its content, and that should drop a uranium bottle on airflow tile. I could heat it up for another 20 degrees, but not worth it. And the fruit of my labor is this bottle. I want to move it right here on top of the diamond window. It immediately starts exchanging temperature with the tile beneath, and the uranium plummets in temperature and the diamond tile rises. Slowly but surely. Looks like the bottle will win. It has a lot more mass than diamond, and also is a lot hotter.
2,000 years later.
It took forever, but here we are, melting the diamond. That's the first time. It is past the melting point any second now. Come on. That was so beautiful. It boiled the obsidian into rock gas. Wow. The uranium is still hot enough to melt the rest of the steel too. To think that I wanted to catch liquid carbon with obsidian, drywall and steel. Sometimes my brain is not braining. Hey, I caught something though. It's magma. And the rock gas will be lost to space. I polluted the space, everyone. I'm thinking of leaving the uranium bottle here to melt through its way. The excavation down here is complete. I issued a sweep command to clean this place when the duplicates were idle. There is something I want to test if it still works or not. There is a building called conduction panel. There used to be that if you placed it at the very right edge of the map, it pulled any building down to absolute zero, and there is an achievement for it. Not 0k, but pretty cool. I guess it has been fixed. Well, worth a try. I'll get the achievement in the proper way. I still have power issues, so that's why I want to get into magma soon. I will dump the magma in here to heat this place up and activate the turbines. Let me select magma for these bottle emptiers. I forgot to enable auto bottle. And finally copy the setting to this one. If you didn't know already, as crazy as it sounds, you can bottle up the magma using the pitcher pump, and it will not overheat if the magma is not touching the pump itself. Let's sweep that iron out of there. Okay, never mind, I have to open this, can't wait. Now it has access to magma. Oh wow, didn't expect the magma to lose its temperature so fast. But it is getting hot enough to activate the turbines. Slowly. This is supposed to be a magma power plant. I will dump all the magma here, and the volcano helps too. And this is such a bad idea, but I want to make infinite storage with waterfall method. And it may actually work. Let's ignore the fact that the magma would solidify and the gas will escape. So anyway, the magma would be stored here, and when this steel door closes, it's gonna exchange heat, and then that heat gets picked up by the temp shift plate and gets injected into the steam room and powers the turbines. And this echo tuner is there to cool down the turbines. I'm not gonna have the turbines running all the time though. They will be automated by this smart battery, I will have the floors covered in some liquid to act as a transfer medium. Progress towards the rocket is good. I am aiming to have 8 duplicants fully sustained in this rocket. Also, this rocket doesn't have any name yet, so you are free to choose any name you want till the next episode. I should do a Grisora update before I close this video. I built planter boxes to switch to grow fruits. I was extracting water from mud to feed the bristle blossoms for this colony. Also made luxury barracks. This colony will have 8 duplicants, so I'm currently short for 2 operators. Made bunker tiles here above the base to stop the meteors, and generally I've been cleaning up this planet and tiled a large chunk of the map with sedimentary rock. Gonna tap into the oil wells very soon. This is the time for this episode. Thank you for watching till the end. If you have any suggestions, leave it in the comments. I hope you enjoyed and good luck.